Magento is working on their PWA Studio, and that's a collection of tools that allows you to more easily create a progressive web app using the Magento platform. Now, it's going to be out sometime in 2018. An official launch date hasn't officially been announced, but I'm hoping for an early version sometime in April around Magento's Imagine conference. But I thought that would give us a great opportunity to talk about progressive web apps and why I think they're the future of e-commerce. I'm really excited about progressive web apps, so much so that we've already begun adding the skill sets necessary to build PWAs here at Jamerson, and I'm actually personally in mid-project right now in rebuilding Jamerson's website as a progressive web app. I'm so excited because this signals a change in how websites will be built moving forward. This is no trend. This is no fad that's here today, gone tomorrow. This is the standard by which all websites will be built in the future. I'm going to give you a few good reasons why I'm excited about PWAs and why you need to be looking into them as well. The concept of a PWA isn't so much a technology as it is a collection of the current best practices for mobile web development. Things like lazy loading and local cache and native-like interactions create lightning-fast response times and dramatically increase user interaction and conversions for mobile users. You want to dramatically increase conversions and sales to your ever-growing mobile audience? Yeah, PWA does that. I'm not going to go into case studies here, but Google PWA e-commerce case study and just be amazed. Look at some of the materials being published by reputable companies such as Google themselves, claiming up to 80% increase in mobile conversions. After that first point, you don't really need any more evidence. That alone would make progressive web apps the future of e-commerce. That's all it takes. You increase mobile conversions 80%, that's a done deal. Everybody's going to do that. But there are several more reasons. And yeah, we've established it can increase your sales. If it could only figure out a way to increase the traffic to your website to go along with that, well, it does. Google already rewards websites for being mobile friendly. You already know this. They've announced it. They are actually penalizing sites for not being mobile friendly. And progressive web apps are the next tier, the next level. They go so far beyond responsiveness to be the ultimate in mobile friendliness. Not to mention that progressive web apps are a Google initiative. I mean, they're the ones that are really spearheading and behind the whole PWA movement. And as we've seen in the past, when Google puts out a best practice, well, not soon after, they're actually going to bake it into the algorithm. And, they're going to give you some time to adapt. And then they're going to announce that, hey, if you don't have a progressive web app, if you're not to this new level of mobile friendliness, well, then we're going to penalize you further in the search rankings. So by having a progressive web app, you're going to continue to gain search engine rankings over your competitors. So your new progressive web app has increased traffic to your site, skyrocketed your mobile conversions, increased sales. They're just through the roof. Is that not enough? Are you not satisfied? I mean, you're getting a little greedy, aren't you? But wait, there's more. Traditional mobile apps are all but dead for most of us. People are downloading fewer and fewer apps, and they download like 3 or 4 social platforms, and those are pretty much the apps they spend all of their time in. So businesses spend tons of money building apps for multiple platforms and then have to turn around and struggle to try to get people to actually download them to their phone. Well, PWA solves this problem. Your website is now your mobile app. You have pretty much all the functionality that most native apps use right from the user's mobile browser. No more managing multiple technology stacks for multiple apps on multiple platforms. You've got it all in one with your progressive web app. One technology stack to rule them all. Not to mention, you now have the capability every time someone visits your website, you have the ability to prompt them to add this app seamlessly and quickly to their phone. No more forwarding them to an app store. No more worrying about if they have an iTunes password. They can just click a button and add it to their screen. Once it's added to their phone, that gives you the opportunity to send push notifications that prompt more engagement with your existing customers, get them back to your website more frequently, which leads to more sales. So let's recap. A progressive web app is going to increase conversions on your website, allowing you to make more money off of your existing traffic levels. Then it's going to improve your search engine rankings, which leads to even more traffic on your website. Add to this fact that it is now a mobile app that allows you to increase engagements with your existing customers, all while simplifying your technology stack so that you no longer have to maintain a website and mobile apps for the various platforms. Hold on a second before you start celebrating. There are a few things to consider. First, Apple doesn't fully support progressive web apps on iOS yet. Now, it doesn't really matter in that on iOS, you'll just have a super user-friendly mobile experience. You'll get the increased conversions. You'll get the increased search rankings, but you can't really add it to the home screen. There's some more advanced features that native apps have that you won't be able to experience on iOS. However, Apple has made progress toward including full support for progressive web apps in their platform, and it looks like we're extremely close to them releasing these capabilities. Additionally, there is no official support for progressive web apps from any of the major e-commerce platforms that I'm aware of. So if you're going to build a progressive web app on an e-commerce platform right now, you're probably going to have to do a lot of the work yourself or use third-party tools. Now, I know Magento, as we mentioned earlier in this video, is working on their Progressive Web App Studio, which is going to be a collection of tools and some APIs and features that allow you to generate a progressive web app a lot simpler. That means if you're considering rebuilding your B2C e-commerce website in late 2018 or afterwards, you need to pick up the phone, give me a call. Let's talk about progressive web apps because it's a great opportunity for you to have all of these benefits and be years ahead of your competitors. With that, I appreciate you watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about progressive web apps. Am I too excited about them? I don't think so. I think they're going to dominate late 2018. I think they're going to be everywhere in 2019. And by early 2020, they are going to be the standard by which all websites are built. Maybe I'm wrong. Argue with me. Post it in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.